Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Huskfirm pop-up privacy tent with portable toilet. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So I'll check some of this out on my bench before we set it up. So let's get it open. So here we have the toilet. This would be the bag holder. Looks like a handle. And these look like feet for the toilet. So we have the pop-up tent, the toilet, comes with a storage bag, replacement bags for the toilet. Let's take a look at this manual. And here's a better description of the parts. We have toilet seat, legs for the toilet seat, plastic ring. Oh, the handle is a toilet paper holder. We have the tote bag. So this talks about how to assemble it. You take out the parts, you attach the frame to the C-clips, you install the legs, you rotate the feet so they're flat on the ground, you install the toilet paper holder. When you're done, you can fold it up and put it in the bag. This talks about how to use the plastic ring. So you pass the bag through the ring, you fold it over the sides, and then you place it in the toilet seat. So this is really two parts. You have the pop-up privacy tent, so that could be used with the toilet. You could also use that as an outdoor shower. You could use it as an outdoor changing room. So the tent can be used separate from the toilet, and we will take a look at that in a minute. Let's assemble this toilet here. So this will fold open. This will fold forward until it goes into these channels here. I'll put the feet on. So you want to press in here and slide this in. So that didn't pop out all the way, but it's popped out enough to hold it in place. Then the toilet paper holder clips on the side here, like so. So let's get some measurements on this. This is 15 inches long and about 14 inches wide. The inside rim is around 16.5 inches from my table. So if you put this on the ground, if you have softer ground, this might sink in a little bit. Then we have this ring here. So that presses in the middle. It's kind of a friction fit. It doesn't seem to clip. It actually seems more to be kind of a springy fit. And then we have our toilet bags. Comes with this little piece of tape. I'm actually going to keep that. So these are perforated. And I'll put my tape back on there. Open this up. So that fits over the ring. And that will clip in place, like so. So that's a pretty good sized bag. You could potentially have multiple people use that. As long as it's one after the other, you wouldn't want to leave it in here for a long amount of time. It would stink pretty bad. And you wouldn't want it to get too heavy. So the way this sits on here, you will be kind of sitting on the bag partially. If that's bothersome to you, then this may not be a great option. But I'm guessing most people that are using this in the middle of the woods don't really care too much, because this is typically better than the other option, which might be squatting on the ground. Okay, so that's all I can cover here on the bench. Now let's check out the pop-up tent. Okay, so we're outside, so now I'll get this set up. So I have this in two bags. This is the toilet seat, and this is the pop-up tent. Now it does have straps on here, so you can wear it like a backpack. So when you get this out, you want to make sure you're holding it well, because it will pop open on you. It's a pop-up tent. And it says to throw it to open it up. I'm just going to do it more slowly. So we want the narrow end up. Then we'll unfold it like a book. So you want to open it up pretty wide, and then there's a little tab in here. We'll grab that and we'll pull it open. I'm actually going to pull from both sides. There we go. Okay, I reframed that a little bit. So here we have the tent. Now this comes with a bag with 8 stakes, and I'm guessing it's 4 guy wires. So I'm going to stake all 4 corners on the bottom, and the tabs for staking it are on the inside, it looks like. So I'll get this opened up. So the door can be folded or rolled up, and it has tabs here to hold it open. So I'll get this staked out and then I'll show a close-up. Now you probably really only need the guy wires if it's windy out. So I'm just going to attach one for now. Okay. So now I'll stand inside of here. And I'm around 6 foot tall, and I have probably an inch or two above my head. So let's get a close-up look now. So here's the inside of the tent. We had those little flaps there that I staked to. They're on all 4 corners. I attached the guy line here and staked it here. You want these at around a 45-degree angle to the tent, or diagonal. So the guy line here should be more or less in line with the one on the other side. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that'll give you the best support. And then I tied a taut line hitch here if you know your knots. Otherwise, you can just tie a loop and pull the stake out and stake it in. This type of knot is adjustable. So now if we look in here, there's a strap going across here. So you could hang clothes or something from that. You could maybe hang a shower head. Here's a little pocket, maybe for putting a wallet or a cell phone. We have a couple of vents here. There's a vent here, and that is fully open. And there's a vent on the roof. And that is also fully open. Now there's no tie to tie this up. You could probably throw it out like that. And you could probably run a shower head in through there. Or if you're taller than 6 foot, your head could stick out of that a little bit. Of course, only when you're standing up. So let's put the toilet seat in here. So I folded it up and put it in the bag. Now, when you're not using it, it's probably not a bad idea to have a bag already on it. So when you set it up, it's ready to go. And then when you're finished using it, you can put a fresh bag on it. I'll install the feet on here. And there we have our toilet seat. Let me try sitting on it. Okay, so I'm not going to claim this is the most comfortable toilet seat I've ever sat on, but it does the job. I would say this is oftentimes better than the alternative if you need something like this. So there is a decent amount of room around me. I don't feel crowded in here, especially since it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. Now, if I were to shower in here, if I open the top and put a shower head in, you know, I might hit the sides every once in a while doing that. Now, if I move the toilet out, if I wanted to change in here, I could do that. Might be a little tricky at the top, but I can just squat down a little bit. And again, I'm around 6 foot tall. A shorter person would have a little bit more room. A taller person would have a little less room. Okay, so next I'll go over the procedure for tearing it down. Now we can leave the guy lines on here. And again, I'll only put one on for now. I'll zip up the top. I'll remove the toilet. I'll close the door. I'll open the door back open so I can get the stakes out. And I'll close the door again. Now I'll lift up this side and I'm going to push in on this corner to fold it. So now we have it like a book. I'll close it. So now I'm going to grab the top and the bottom and I'm going to kind of tilt this part in. So this is almost like a potato chip shape. And I'm going to fold my left and right hand, these two curves, over each other. And I'm going to do the same with the part by my knee and the part on the ground. So these are crossing each other. And it's happening the same way here. And then I'll just kind of wiggle and slide it together until I have a circle. And now I can just kind of push this together. And if I hold it there, it should stay shut. And now that can go in the bag. Of course, then we'll put the stakes in there too. And then for the toilet, we'll pop the legs off. We'll remove the toilet paper holder and we'll fold this up. And that will fit in the black bag, like so. So that was the Huskfirm pop-up privacy tent with portable toilet. Oftentimes when I go camping, the bathroom situation is unknown. Sometimes we have really good bathrooms with electricity and running water. I was once at a state park where in the bathroom, if you look down through the toilet, you could see the earth underneath and there was a big hole. And there may be other times when you're camping out in the middle of nowhere, or maybe you're camping off season and bathrooms just aren't available. I think a pop-up tent like this is a great option. It only takes a few minutes to set up and it gives you privacy. Of course, this could be used for other things. You could use it for photography. You could set this up and you could almost use it like a blind. You could use this to change clothes, or you could just use it for shade on a sunny day. So if you get one of these, I would practice folding it. It was no problem for me because I've had other tents and things like this. But with a little practice, it's super easy to fold closed and it's very easy to open up too. And also, if you're packing this away, I would throw a bag in the toilet seat so you have it ready to go if you need to use this quickly. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.